Hello everyone, my name is Tara Day. I'm from Texas and I am the leader of the Athens Awakening House of Prayer eHub. If you're interested in checking that out, I just have a testimony that I wanted to give everyone. Whenever the Lord asked me to get involved with the AHUBs, and I was praying about how much to give and what that looked like. He told me, he said, go ahead and plant a seed and pay for the whole year. It's going to commit you in your heart. You're committing to me. You're committing in your heart. You're committing with your money to just go commit to the whole year. And he said there will be a blessing in honoring what Jennifer is doing. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. I know a lot of times as intercessors, we work for free. I don't know how many times I've said, man, I would love to get paid for all this prayer I'm doing. It's a faith step. It was a seed. And so I'm willing to do it and obey. But I'm not saying that $248 isn't like, I have to think about that for a minute before I give that amount of money. But I want to let you know that it's like I've already received blessing from that. So I have a testimony, but first I want to give you a not so good testimony first. So I want to tell you about my very first prayer underneath Awakening House of Prayer. I mean, I've prayed for a long time, but like when I was going to do my first call. And I think that hopefully this will encourage some other people because they probably are not alone. I was all stoked. I'm excited. I have all these intercessors that are going to be on the call with me. I had young adult people that didn't even know they're called to be intercessors, but I'm like, I see it in you. And I'm like, come on the call. We're going to activate you. I was like, they were super excited to come. So it was like so exciting. That I was going to get my first call. And I go outside to walk my dog, and like my feet just came out from under me. It was like something grabbed me by the foot and tossed me in the air. It was crazy. And I fell down and I started to like black out. Luckily my children saw me and they came over, and I have prayer warrior children, and they knew to immediately, they laid hands on me and they started praying in the spirit. And the spinning stopped, the nausea stopped, and I came out from blacking out, and I was able to get up and go in the house. And I was like, God, what from hell was that? I mean, that was horrible, right? And the Lord was like, don't talk about it, don't focus on it, don't even share it with your prayer hub. And I was like, really? Those are the people I need prayer for this, And he's like, nope, you're covered. You're covered. This is why you're doing the AHA, this is why you have the covering. This is what I'm asking you to do. Just focus in. Don't let this distract from your call. And I did. I set my foot up. It was swelling up. I set my foot up. I was like, I don't care. I didn't tell anybody on the call. We just enjoyed the call. It was an amazing call. And so I just, it was a really hard thing, but it was like this really cool thing in the middle of it. And of course, I've prayed about it. There's things going on, went to the doctor. It wasn't broken, wasn't sprained. They don't know what happened, la, 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 all that whole thing, right? That's okay. Because after the prayer call, I was able to have people pray for me and all that stuff. It's just, it was not supposed to distract from the prayer call. So I just if you're new to prayer or to doing prayer groups and crazy things are happening to you, don't let it distract you. Do not let it intimidate you. Do not let it keep you from doing what you need to do. Stay on the wall. So that's my little encouragement. So my testimony on the blessing is, so my first prayer call, and it was maybe a couple of weeks later, in the town that the Lord's asked me to pray for, which is my hometown. He's been linking me with all these intercessors, and elders in the land, and this whole remnant under, that has been in this town for 30 years praying. And particularly one gentleman's been there for 30 years. He and his wife were moved there, and his wife's gone on to heaven, but he's still there carrying the mantle and just praying and interceding for breakthrough and revival. And the Lord linked me with him. So he calls me out of the blue, and he was like, hey, I've gotten together with a bunch of different elders in our region, and some of the people that you know, some people you don't know, and we just wanted to all hang out. We're gonna meet at this time, and I was like, oh, okay, great, I'll be there. I got there and I was like overwhelmed with just blessing and honor. They were like, they gave me a certificate. They're like, we want to honor you as being a prophet in the land and coming in as a prophet, but especially for your the intercessory prayer you brought into the land and the gathering and what you're doing and just what you're doing for our city. And we're already seeing a difference. And I was just like floored. I was like humbled, and I was like, what is this? Got prayed, prophesied over, blessed, gave me keys to like spiritual keys of the city and the region. And I'm just like overwhelmed. And so when I left, I was like, Lord, what was that? And he told me, he's like, you honored my prophet. You honored my apostle, which is Jennifer. You honored her. You sowed into her ministry. And so therefore I am honoring you. And I was just like, I could probably cry saying it right now, but like, that's what this is like, we are submitting ourselves, we are submitting to him in prayer, and as we're honoring the group, we're honoring each other as intercessors. I mean, we're all different. Like, I'm highly prophetic, so I'm like boop boop boop, prophesying, interceding. I have other intercessors that are geared differently, or whatever, but it's like we're all honoring our gift, and that honor, that covering of honor is like, it's just huge. It's huge. And so what Jennifer's doing is so important in bringing together these intercessors. And I really believe in what she's doing enough to put my money down as a seed, and already blessings. And I know I'm also probably receiving financial blessings. I mean, I haven't had anybody in my group give, but like, I don't care. Like right now, I'm like, ultimately I'm pushing, I'm calling out people, and I know that the financial part will come, and it will be a blessing but it's already a blessing to the land. And to know that spiritual fruit is already manifesting is just like, whew, big deal. So, okay, so I'm going long, I'm rambling on, doing that prophetic intercessor thing, but I love you guys. I want to encourage you guys and just give you a testimony that, like, it may seem like a big seed, but there is big fruit with big seeds. So, all right, be encouraged. Bye.